Today we're running 6 miles in preparation for our 10K next month. Mile 1. Slow pace today. Very, very slow conversational pace. Mile 2. Zone 2 and 3. Keeping steady. I look like I'm walking, but mile 3. Mile 4. We're 4 miles down. Only 2 more to go. Mile 5. Almost done. Whew. Mile 6. We did it. 6 miles complete. My first ever long run in the Blex. Bye.
I know what she's doing. This is a rage bait for sure. She knows she's walking and she's laughing at the algorithm boost. I don't even believe that this was 6 miles, but let's say, aside of the rage bait, that she just moved for 6 miles. That's roughly 12,000 steps. Ironically, this is even better than running. She is obese, so walking is the optimal move.
People saying, go faster, but you already did the hard part, which was getting out there. You killing it.
Is the running in the room with us?
How don't y'all sweat? Lol, I sweat so much.
Wanna be skinny, but I wanna eat shit, and that's why my life is problematic.
Hey, is this the 9 a.m. class? Yeah, first time? Oh no, I'm actually a yoga teacher myself. A new yoga teacher, very cool. Not new, I've been teaching yoga for over a decade. Doesn't look like it.
In what world would this happen? This is pure, unfiltered victimhood fanfiction. Isn't this childish?
Doesn't look like it. I'm gonna ignore that. Nothing's gonna get me down today. Welcome everybody. Today, we're going to focus on listening to our bodies. Let's move into downward facing dog. Ooh. Yes, thank God. Let's try to be quiet so we don't disturb the real yogis here.
Self-scripted imaginary dialogue is never good. This is the fitness equivalent of someone filming themselves crying and then uploading.
You know what's funny? I showed up, did the poses, didn't quit, and somehow that's too much? Just because my body is different doesn't mean that I can't be a yoga teacher, go to the advanced class, and accommodate for my body as it is today. Great flow, but check your attitude. Fat people do cool things all the time. Bye.
Well, talking to yourself is not cool at all. The imaginary argument is not cool. And check your attitude. Since you imagined this dialogue, you told yourself to check your attitude. The issue is that she is treating her fitness journey like a campaign where she constantly has to defeat imaginary enemies to prove a point. You don't need to prove anything to a fictional bully. The call is coming from inside the studio. You are the one questioning your own experience.
I do understand the noise disturbance though. In my opinion, every class has its vibe and some are quiet and some are not. But if I go to class expecting quiet, that'd really bother me.
I feel like you are saying it's okay for us to be loud in yoga class, and that has nothing to do with prejudice on or off the mat. Weird juxtaposition between yoga, etiquette, and body acceptance, but hey, you got us talking. Touché.
Did you know that you could actually do a deadlift and a hip thrust in the same movement to double your glute size? Give this one a try and let me know what you think. Clearly he's extremely tired from this exercise and his glutes have worked hard.
For common people who don't know it, called dead thrusts. You do it once and then take long break.
Hip Paralyzer 3000. Love how everyone else just keeps working. Not his first time.
I haven't done this in a while, but every time I lose a certain amount of weight, I pick up a dumbbell that weighs that much, and I've lost 70 pounds. So we're gonna pick up the weight that used to be on my body. 70 pounds. I probably couldn't walk. Let's see if I can walk over so. Every single day this much weight was on my body. Isn't that crazy? I probably look ridiculous, but yay for 70 pounds.
When I lost my first 8 pounds, my BF was like, damn, that's a whole brisket. He was right. Now I measure my weight loss in briskets. It's 2 now BTW.
I know that I'm ugly when I work out. I know this to be true, okay? And you might be like, no, which I feel like you guys aren't, actually. I feel like they're like, we can see it. Actually, we can definitely see it. I found out the other day that it's a universal experience, apparently, for women to get bothered at the gym. I have to tell you, no one has ever bothered me. No one has ever been like, oh, do you need help? No one has ever, and I know I'm doing it wrong. I know I'm doing it wrong. Because I'll be on a thigh machine and I'm like, wow, I really feel it in my neck. I'm really feeling it in my neck. It's been a long life.
Same though, my neck taking over every exercise. Traps the size of a house at this point.
Just when you are working out.
By gym, she means kitchen.
I quit 75 hard. Yeah, I couldn't. I don't want to say I failed it because I feel like I didn't fail. I intentionally told myself that I had to stop. So I completed 75 hard last year and I was quite successful at it. It was my 4th attempt, and this time around I found it very difficult. What I struggle with the most is when I get my time of the month and I got it and I just couldn't do anything. I couldn't do it. I just, I woke up on Sunday morning and I was going to drag myself out of bed, cramps and all, the flow was flowing. And I was like, you know what? I can't do this. I can't. I need to listen to my body. I need to listen and I need to rest. So I did.
75 hard is a challenge where you have to do 2 45 minutes workouts a day. One has to be outside, drink a gallon of water, read 10 pages of a book, follow a strict diet with 0 cheat meals or alcohol, and take a progress photo every single day. But if you mess up one tiny thing on day 74, you restart at day 0. Obviously it's a challenge, it cannot be a sustainable lifestyle. But did you catch what she said? She successfully completed it last year. This is her 5th attempt. I'm glad she stopped. And this is the ultimate proof that these extreme challenges are absolute nonsense. If 75 hard actually built permanent habits, like its creators claim, she wouldn't still be morbidly obese and she wouldn't be trying for the 5th time. I think if you can see yourself doing your routine 5 years from now, you are on the wrong path.
And I've been resting for the last 3 days and now I'm feeling better. In hindsight, I'm proud of myself for getting this far. It would have been, I think, day 48 or 49. And I'm just happy that I even attempted it for a second time. Will I do it again in the future? Perhaps, perhaps not, who knows. But I am proud of myself and I'm proud of the habits that it's helped me build. The fact that I can walk up to 6 kilometers a day and I could not do that. Even last year when I did 75 hard, I did not walk 6 kilometers. So that's probably the best thing that I'm taking away from this. And yeah, I'm just going to carry on with my journey and I'm going to achieve my goals in a more sustainable way. 75 hard is amazing, but that is it for me for now.
You do not need to work out 90 minutes a day, 7 days a week. In fact, if you're a beginner or obese, it's the wrong thing to do. Step 1. Slowly clean up your diet. Don't ban entire food groups, but limit carbs. Eat more single ingredient whole foods, get your protein up, and stop drinking your calories. Step 2. Get in the gym 2 or 3 times a week for 45 minutes. That's it. Do a basic full body routine. Stop doing isolations. Focus on heavy compound movements that target your legs and back. Think squats, RDLs, rows. Because your legs and back contain the largest muscle groups in your body. When you train them, you recruit the most muscle mass. So the best workout routine is the one you can actually stick to forever.
48 days straight is still incredible.
Remember, a man came up with 75 hard, they living a different life to the woman out here. The fact you even done that once is incredible.
Next time you go on a run, I really want you to focus on, instead of striking out in front of you, trying to really reach out. I remember always having people tell me that I need really long strides. Long strides are really great because it can help you cover a lot of distance, but it's important that when we're doing long strides, we're not striking out in front of us and trying to pull ourselves forward. When we do that, what we're actually doing is we're putting brakes on our ankles, on our knees, and on our hips, and on the ground. And when you're running, you want to go fast and you want to be smooth. You don't want to be jerky and putting on brakes all the time. Imagine going down the freeway with 1 foot on the gas and 1 foot on the brake. It's gonna feel so crazy and it's gonna be a lot on your vehicle. Your legs and your body, that is your vehicle. And so instead of striking out in front of us, make sure that you're putting your feet right under those hips when we run. You're cycling forward, you're being underneath you, and everything is nice and smooth. And so you're not putting all that energy down, you're instead staying nice and tall and really striking under those hips. Go give it a try and you will thank me later, because it's all about staying healthy and staying on the road.
100% true, 1000% hard to learn after 25 years of walking wrong.
We have some gym anxiety.
This is what goes through my head at the gym as a beginner and also being plus size. I hope no one thinks I'm too gross for sweating this much, like my neck and back are drenched.
You are sweating at the gym. How dare you? If there is one place where sweating is not only acceptable but admired, it's the gym.
Gosh, people really can see me work out from all angles, back rolls and all. Can they tell that I haven't done a squat in years? Like, what the fuck is a goblet squat? I don't know what I'm doing. Hopefully no one can see me on my phone googling how to do a squat.
Nobody is analyzing your squat form. Okay, maybe me, but not in this video. And on the contrary, only a smart person would Google it and not pretend they know.
Do I look silly being a big bitch doing 3 kilo deadlifts? Like, this was recommended to me by my physio to help my back, but no one knows that, so I feel like it looks funny.
And this is why I won't comment on the form. She's recovering from something, probably since her physio recommended this. But she needs a trainer in that case. Don't worry how you look in the gym. As Greg Blitz said,
when you perform in here, when you go up there, you don't need to talk, do you?
Praying no one walks past me while I'm doing abs because my rolls and double chin are flopping all over the place. Like, don't look at me from bird's eye view, please, because I look like Humpty Dumpty. Can anyone tell that I really don't know how to stretch? I'm literally just winging it based on memory from years ago. Oh my god, I hope no one saw that. I fully can't pick up my left leg to stretch it, like, at all. Honestly, although all of these anxious thoughts enter my mind throughout my workout, because I go to Fernwood Fitness, which is a women's gym, I'm actually able to overcome all of these thoughts and not be too worried because I feel safe and comfortable with only women around. So that's my biggest tip if you're anxious about the gym. Go to a women's one.
I think this is very positive video. But whether you are in all-women's gym, a hardcore powerlifting dungeon, or a commercial chain, the anxiety you feel is entirely internal. It's the spotlight effect. You think everyone is analyzing you, but they aren't.
The calories you burn at the gym are the least significant calories you burn in the day. So let's say you burn 300 to 500 calories at the gym. How long is that going to take? An hour on the stair mill at a decent pace. How quickly could you consume 300 to 500 calories? That could be your Starbucks breakfast order. So you could eat that in 5 minutes.
I was waiting for the Frappalapadingdongchino reference when you said Starbucks.
Next, we have a runner.
Wait, people are actually shocked I walked during a PB attempt? That's actually wild to me. So let's be honest, when did running become about this weird purity test where if you slow down for a few seconds it suddenly just doesn't count?
You're right, it is absolutely wild that people assumed you would be running at a running event. The sheer audacity of people to attach the definition of a word to the execution of that word. The one walk method, also known as jeffing, is totally valid, and there is zero shame in walking. But words have meanings.
We've normalised people pushing to the point of injury, collapsing over finish lines, and ignoring their bodies completely. But walking for 10 seconds up a hill, that's where people lose their mind.
Well, I mean, she's dramatizing slightly, but the core observation is sound, I think.
Let's just make it make sense. Because here's the truth no one likes to admit. Running isn't about looking tough, it's about performance. And if taking a short walk break helps you regulate your heart rate, reset your breathing, and run faster overall, then why wouldn't you do it? Elite runners fuel mid-race, ultra runners walk up hills on purpose, even experienced marathon runners use the run-walk method.
Okay, let's make it make sense. Are you seriously comparing yourself to an ultra-marathon runner? Ultra runners walk uphill because the hill in question is a 4,000-foot vertical ascent in the French Alps on mile 72 of a 100-mile race. And yes, elite marathoners fuel mid-race. They also run a sub 5-minute mile pace for 2 hours straight. You don't need a high-level excuse to walk. You walk because you are tired, and that is perfectly fine.
But the second an everyday runner does it, suddenly it's shocking. Or was I just being smart? I think for some people it might be an ego thing. They'd rather say they ran every step, even if it meant slowing down, burning out, or missing their goal entirely. Me, I care about the result. And on that day, walking up that hill was not a failure. So yeah, I walked, and I still got a PB. If that bothers you more than it inspires you, then that says a lot more about you than it does about me.
You actually were being smart walking, but not for the tactical reasons, but because you are overweight, so running is an incredibly high impact. So I'd ask a different question altogether. Why are you running in the first place?
Yeah, guys, when did running become about running? Get a grip. This is 2026. Let's normalize mediocrity. Well, less than mediocrity.
If you're running in a sitting position like this, do this exercise. If you're running like this, do high knees. And if you're not using your feet correctly, do ankling.
What if I'm just sitting in a sitting position?
Lie down for maximum efficiency.
And Leslie, our trampoline instructor.
When I first got my rebounder, I started out with 2 bars. Then I went down to 1 bar as I got more confident. Today is officially the first day that I am trying out the newest accessory, my T-bar. So I am going to be taking off my single bar that you see here, and we are going to be installing my new T-bar.
This is what bothered me. A follower in her comments asked a very normal, very logical question. Have you noticed a change in weight, or is it just to help stay moving? This is the exact question every beginner watching her video is thinking. They want to know, does this actually work? And her response is, I don't discuss weight on my account as my focus is finding movement you enjoy, but you can look at previous rebounding videos to know. I feel better, which is essential for me. I think it's wrong to run a fitness account, post workouts using specific equipment, promote and sell that equipment, and then say, I don't discuss weight. She's deflecting so she doesn't offend fat acceptance, and because bouncing is not working, of course. And I think you need unjoyful work, caloric deficit and lifting weights. Leave the trampolines for the kids.
Now, when I got this out, I thought I could do it myself, but alas, I realized that I really need my husband's help. So he was kind enough to help me put my T-bar together, and I am so grateful. We got to adjust to my height of where I think I want it. Of course, that might change as I use it more often and get used to it. The biggest tip that I will give beginners is always get some kind of bar. It really does help with stability and just makes you feel secure.
A rebounder is a mini trampoline. The fitness industry just rebranded it. If you are carrying a significant amount of weight, maybe this isn't the optimal starting point for your fitness journey.
I've been working my way up to using this T-bar, and it's going to be so much fun with my more high intensity workouts that I want to do on my rebounder, because it really is not going to get in the way of some of the things that I want to do on some of these coordinated workouts. So I can't wait to get started.
I think there is no such thing as high intensity trampoline workout, at least not for you. Do you mean something like this? Here is the basic physics of a trampoline. The springs are doing the mechanical work for you. That's why it's fun. It feels effortless because it is less effort. Promoting this to an obese audience as a legit high intensity workout is just selling them false hope.
Japanese biologist wins a Nobel Prize for discovering how the body eats its own damaged cells when it doesn't receive food. What exactly is happening inside your cells when you skip a meal? In 2016, Yoshinori Ashumi won the Nobel Prize in Physiology for mapping a process that your cells have been running since the beginning of human existence. He called it autophagy. When your body goes without food long enough, it stops waiting for external resources to do a self-audit. Damaged proteins, dysfunctional mitochondria, bacteria overgrowth, viruses, precancerous cells, your body starts tagging them and starts breaking them down, and then it starts recycling the parts. It's your own built-in cellular cleanup crew, and it only clocks in when you stop eating.
The common theme in all three videos is simple. Everything matters, but nothing can replace the basics. Progressive overload and nutrition.
Hi, I'm Alexis.
Alexis is on a journey to lose 150 pounds naturally.
What he said. So I want to go ahead and take you through my current workout split routine.
Before we dive into analyzing the workout split, let's get some context. 27-year-old Instagram model who became famous for a how to build a booty video for a magazine that unfortunately doesn't exist anymore. Point being, she's not a newbie. She's been lifting for a long time, and she's been fit at one point.
I love lifting from a very young age. I love to lift. I used to be in really, really good shape when all I had was time to lift and just focus on my physical dreams and my dreams of going to SDSU for kinesiology and nutrition.
So let's keep this in mind as we continue.
My current workout split routine.
Oh no dear, not that type of split.
Oh, my bad. Mondays are all about our glutes and our hamstrings. That means RDLs, hip thrusts, leg curls, step-ups, and more. Let's get into it.
Good mornings. Step-ups. Leg curl. Hip thrusts. RDLs. Segmenting legs into a glutes and hamstrings day. It's a weird way to slice up a split, but let's say Tuesday.
All right, you guys, it's Tuesday, and Tuesdays are all about the back, the buys. So think dumbbell rows, lat pull downs, kettlebell swings, hyperextensions, and more. Let's get into it.
Don't know why she calls this a row. Then lat pull down, ball swings, but she said kettlebell, straight arm pull down, close grip lat pull down, rear delts, barbell row, light, bicep curl, and a military press. Ball swings is not back, it's core. Second, a shoulder press, light enough so you can open your hand on a back day. Third and most importantly, why are we doing 4 different variations of a lat pull down? This is the definition of junk volume. If you want to do more than 2 movements for your back, pick 1 lat pull down and 2 heavy rows. A heavy row is always going to do more for you than isolating your lats. Lats are included anyhow.
Guys, it's officially Wednesday, which means this is my active recovery day. I like to focus on Pilates, cardio, and stretching. So I've already done my Pilates class for the morning, but I am post Pilates. So let me take you through everything I do in the gym on my active recovery day for mobility.
In another video, she complains about having enough time.
The self-control that I thought I had when I was younger, because that's all that I had time to focus on.
But here, we are dedicating an entire Wednesday to stretching. Stretching is great, and obviously she's insanely flexible, but it turns this into a 5-day split. I don't hate this, I'm all for stretching.
You guys, it's officially Thursday, which means my least favorite day of the week. We're gonna chain chest, tries, and shoulders. But I have been told I give the best hugs, and it's not because of these, it's because of my upper body dexterity. I keep telling myself. So that means we have to chain our chest so that we can have a strong yet pillowy chest. I don't know, but let's get into it. Let's get into it, because I'm getting tired thinking about it.
Triceps push down, shoulder cable flies, shoulder dumbbell flies, dumbbell shoulder press, dumbbell servers, incline bench press. Everything light enough. Okay, chest and triceps, and shoulders obviously. How is this a chest workout when 70% is shoulder isolation? And why on earth a dumbbell server? Stop doing million variations of the same movement. Pick 1 or 2 heavy compound pushes, master the form, and actually apply some progressive overload. That's it. I think she has no plan to add any weight to this over time.
You guys, it's officially Friday, my second favorite day of the week because we're training legs again. But today our focus is our quads and our calves. There's nothing sexier than a fat, muscly quad. My quads to look like this by the time I'm done. One thing about me, baby, legs and the booty gon' match, okay? Let's go ahead and let's get into it.
And we finish the week with leg press, split squats, hack squats, calf raises, and leg extensions. At least the redundancy is consistent with every other day of this week. Let's zoom out. When you actually look at the muscle group she's hitting, she's essentially doing an upper-lower, but in a weird bro split way. The only thing I love about this is that we only saw one bicep movement, unlike almost all beginners who only do biceps. So she clearly is not a beginner. Now, before we design a better routine for her, I want to point some other things.
I've been neglecting the gym all week because I've been traveling and working and doing the whole life adult thing. So I've made it in not 3, not 2, but only 1 time this week besides today. And I shit you not, my options tonight were stay home, order pizza, do more work, or come to the gym and show up and show out. And guess what I chose?
We all have those weeks. Life happens and you're going to miss days. If you only make it to the gym once a week, don't spiral. The shame spiral is worse enemy than the Stairmaster. And speaking of the Stairmaster...
Alright you guys, it's that time again. You know I hate to do it, but I love to reach my goals. And I'm trying to lose 150 pounds. So, time to hop on this demon of a Stairmaster for the next 45 minutes.
She's grinding away on the Stairmaster specifically for weight loss. And that mindset is one-way ticket to burnout. You absolutely cannot out-cardio a bad diet. Cardio for weight loss is the most common mistake in fitness. Now,
as someone who is prioritizing high protein, moderate fat, and low carb in an effort to reach my goals, I try to stick to the same type of meals day over day, week over week, and month over month, just so I know that I am hitting my macronutrients every single day so that I can reach my goals as efficiently and as healthily and hopefully as quickly as I can.
She does say she has a good diet. High protein and low carb is the best approach. If she's actually sticking to that, it's perfect. Let the kitchen handle the weight loss and use the gym to build the muscle underneath it.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but sometimes you just have to treat the gym like your personal runway, put on the cute outfit, do a little 360, and own that shit. I hope you guys have a great workout.
So taking all of this into account, let's fix her 5-day bro split. Since she's clearly at least an intermediate lifter by the years of gym experience and wants to spend this much time in the gym, which actually makes this more interesting because you'd expect the routine to become simpler with experience. So let's design something that actually makes sense. Standard upper lowers. Aim for 6 to 20 sets per muscle per week and stop with the isolations. For the upper day, lat pull down, military press, dumbbell bench press, barbell row, maybe triceps overhead, and maybe face pulls or rear delt flies. So 2 push, 2 or 3 pull, and some triceps because I want more posterior work.
Girl, I'm trying to lose 150 pounds and my back is really stubborn, but I want a sexy back with like a deep line. So this is one of my favorite compound movements. aka superset. So we're gonna go into some straight arm pushdown, 67 pounds for 4 sets of 12. And then we're just gonna up the weight. I'm going up to 167 pounds, and we're gonna do some pulls this way, kind of leaning against the weight so my back stays in full tension. And this is how I've already seen huge results in my back and my 150-pound weight loss so far.
Lower day is simple, there is not much to think about. Some type of deadlift, maybe RDL, some type of squat, and some direct glute focus, hip thrusts. But because she loves higher volume, let's maybe add some lunges. I don't like unilateral exercises, but I love lunges. For simplicity, let's keep the same selection but change some variations if you prefer. The angle for chest, barbell instead of dumbbell, wide versus narrow, and so on. But honestly, even this might be overcomplicated. If you want to be simpler, my favorite, 3 full body workouts. Press, row, deadlift, squat, lunges. Or even simpler, deadlift, squat, row. You can do this for years. Compound lifts hit everything. She's separating muscles that naturally work together. I don't know why people think that more variation equals more gains. So master the big lifts. Apply progressive overload, ditch the dumbbell servers.
These are my big back baby busters, okay? I'm gonna add these to every single back day moving forward. Single arm cable rows, I think I did 77 pounds here. 15-pound medicine ball swings, 4 sets of 10 each side. Add it to your next back day.
She didn't mention core work, so I did the same. But I guess few sets after every workout is the idea. Here are some tips. My views on how to approach designing your split. For chest, there are 2 basic movements. Press and a fly. Press is higher importance since it's the compound versus the isolation. Dumbbells give you better range of motion. Angle matters, but not for beginners. Keep it flat or slightly inclined. 1 press, 1 fly. Don't overcomplicate. Shoulders are the same. Press and a fly. Ignore the front, but don't neglect the rear. Back day is horizontal and vertical pull. Horizontal is more important. Wider pull down includes more lats. Back is your second most important muscle after legs. 1 pull down, 2 rows. Biceps is optional if we prioritize back volume. We want some triceps to negate the curl. Arm by your side is the least bang for the buck, the shortest head. Arm overhead is the best option. Legs is front, back, glutes. So quads, hamstrings, and because we want more posterior, some glute work. Women and men alike. 6 to 20 weekly sets. 5 to 30 reps is science, but we want more on the lower end. Some exercises 6 reps, some 10. To failure or close to failure. Half an hour to hour and a half workouts. Never more because of cortisol. And hit the given muscle at least twice a week. No decision fatigue, no fourth lat variation, no dumbbell servers.
And yeah, it's time. It's time to just own it and conquer it. You can't grow if you're in your comfort zone, and I've been in my comfort zone for too long, so it's time to get outside of my comfort zone and relearning myself and taking the time to actually become the person that I want to be. So
bench press isn't scary when you know how to set up for it. So what I want you to do is first lay down. What you're going to do is make sure that the bar is rolled all the way forward on the hook. Then you're going to make sure that your eyesight is directly in front of the bar.
Let's start with the first cue of just a few. I would say your eyes need to be directly under the bar, but more importantly, she just lay down like she's getting ready for a nap. Where is the setup? Before you even touch the barbell, you need to squeeze the shoulder blades. This protects your shoulders and gives you a stable base.
What you're going to do is make sure your arms are at a nice even distance. You're going to press the bar straight up. Before I do anything else, make sure my feet are pressing directly into the ground. I'm going to pull the bar down to my sternum.
You don't pull the bar down. Gravity pulls the bar down. You are simply controlling the eccentric. You are lowering the bar. There is no resistance to pull against here. Second, you press the bar up and then remember to press the feet into the ground. Third, you breathe, you brace your core, then unrack. And you unrack by pushing yourself into the bench, not pressing the bar out.
I'm going to press straight back up, straight back, and then down. Happy benching!
The problem is, saying lie down, lower the bar, press it back up, doesn't teach the setup. Also, the straight up and down bar path is a myth. If you look at decades of research of elite bench pressers, the bar path of heavy successful lifts is never perfectly vertical. It's a J-curve, or even
press up and slightly back while pushing your feet into the floor.
And where is the arch, elbows tuck, breathing, wrist placement?
Such great instruction. As basic as this move is, people do tend to overcomplicate it. Keep on share more great content like this, so goo.
It's so cool once you realize so much of scary weightlifting is realizing physics, leverage is your friend. Like with these deadlifts especially. There's a reason the setup is key. That is so interesting.
Hey guys, come with me to the gym today. Let me see if I can cancel my membership.
1000% said. It's just because my schedule's not lining up.
At least I can say I went to the gym today.
Next, we have our friend, who is still finding excuses behind powerlifting, yet we know how much weight she moves.
I had to find a quiet-ish spot in the gym to talk to you about this because I'm embarrassed, but it's an important topic to talk about. Because I'm not somebody who focuses as much on aesthetics as I do on how my body feels and how it performs, especially in powerlifting.
I think it's fine to care about how you look. We all do. We should care.
But can we talk about the fact that, like, once upon a time, that was filled out? Whereas that's just air. That is just bra. Ain't nothing there anymore. But there used to be.
The fat you should actually be worried about is visceral fat. This is the deep belly fat around your organs. Science shows this is the primary driver of inflammation, insulin resistance, and cardio disease.
And at some point, it may fill out again because bodies are weird and bodies do weird things, but like, where did you go? Where did you... It's like... And I should also say this is a newer bra, but this is the size that I always have worn. So either it's the bra, or it's just me and my body, which is always changing, as bodies do. But I had to complain just for a moment about it.
Bodies are weird and do weird things. No, they don't. Bodies are not mysterious chaos agents. Your body responds to stimuli and fuel you give it. You control the inputs. And now your body isn't doing something weird, but dangerous.
Literally what I'm dealing with. Bodies are too weird and I miss the volume.
Get off of me, mate. I'm not running anywhere. I'm fat, innit? You're gonna catch me if I run.
Okay.
Jesus.
He said, fair enough. The fact he let go says he agreed with her.
They say you need to be able to get off the floor without using your hands.
What the f are they talking about? This doesn't work. I can't get up like this.
Of course you can't, you're crossing your legs. But the weirdest thing is that they're teaching us how to stand up. This is where we are. Fully grown adults need a tutorial to stand up. We need coaches to teach us how to stand up. A coach for standing up.
Go into 90-90. Use your hands, don't use your hands. Come up to that half kneeling. That's part one.
From half kneeling, you're gonna use either your hands on the floor, hands on whatever's beside you, or even on your body to guide you forward, not just straight up, to standing. Take your time with it, nice and slow. Practice this.
At the end of the day, we just want you to stand up.
Doesn't matter how, with or without the hands, the most important part
is to get up off the floor.
Keep in mind that these are personal trainers and this is fitness advice. If we didn't know them, we would assume this is a parody, a joke. The get up off the floor without using your hands test is a validated predictor of all-cause mortality. It found that the ability to sit and rise from the floor without using your hands, knees or other support is strongly correlated with longevity. This is a diagnostic. Failing it is a red flag. Getting off the floor is the bare minimum.
Do you use the hands? Don't use the hands. But getting off the floor is incredibly important.
I can't even get on the floor.
You haven't said a phobia.
Yeah, what don't you like besides treadmills?
Don't want to do this.
Myth number 1. Cardio, especially running, is good for fat loss. Here is the problem. Cardio does not burn fat. Running burns roughly 100 calories a mile for most people. A bagel is 300. You can undo a 5k before you finish stretching. Cardio burns calories in the moment, that part is true. But calories in the moment and fat loss over months are not the same sentence.
We went to a concert last night. Didn't get home until like 1:30 in the morning. This is the fucking last thing I want to be doing. But I know I'll feel better. Fuck. It's hit. 600 meters in. I gotta poo. That'll be me.
You think that more movement just stacks on top of your daily burn. Move more, burn more, simple math. Except your body is smart. Researcher Hermann Ponzer spent years measuring total daily energy burn in people who move for a living. Tanzania's Hanza people, who walk and forage for hours a day, and found they burn about the same total calories as sedentary Americans and Europeans once you adjust for body size. His work on what's called constrained energy expenditure shows that the body quietly claws back whatever you spend exercising by trimming energy elsewhere, background metabolism, other movement, even immune function, to keep total output in a narrow range. Add increased hunger on top of that and you didn't create a deficit. Bodies adapt. This is the same principle of progressive overload in lifting. You always have to do more until you reach your desired physique, of course.
I just need some time on my own. But today, I don't want to do this. I know that I'm going to feel so much better if I finish it, but I just don't want to do it.
Losing weight with zero heavy lifting, research puts a big chunk of muscle loss, not fat, muscle. Lose muscle and your metabolism drops. So keeping the weight off gets harder, not easier.
I know if I turn around now and stop, I'm so cranky at myself. Because I know that I can do it, I just don't want to. In saying all that, this is my therapy. And if I need to cry for fucking 2 minutes, feel better, then I'll just do it. Because who wouldn't enjoy running in this? And I use the term running very loosely.
If you've got the discipline to drag yourself out the door for a run, you've got the discipline to put the fork down before the second slice. Skipping 300 calories takes 30 seconds, burning 300 takes 3 miles. You cannot outrun a bad diet, you can only get very tired trying, and even that mileage isn't free. Every step lands up to 5 times your body weight on your ankles, knees and hips, and long steady state cardio raises cortisol a lot more. None of this makes running bad, it makes it bad long term for fat loss, especially once your body gets efficient enough at running. That the same 5k burns fewer calories than it did on day one.
Day one of being a plus-size gym girl who is also now a jogger. I use the word jogging, not running, because we are not a runner yet.
You know, I thought I hated running, but I kind of like that if you want to hurry up and be done, you just run faster. So fast. You want to be done early, just go faster.
I think the best form of cardio is high-intensity interval training. What HIIT wins on is time. Same results in a fraction of the minutes. Which is why full-body circuits are the closest thing to a real answer here. Your heart rate is up and you're still lifting something heavy. So do your cardio because it clears your head or because you love it. Lose the fat at the kitchen and use the gym for long-term success.
What I ate today as a fatty.
Good morning, baddies. I've got my pumpkin spice coffee. And I know, I've seen the glass straw video, but it just tastes so good with a glass straw. Delicious.
Myth number 2. All calories are created equal. Technically, sure, calorie is a calorie, but your body doesn't process a chicken breast and this beverage identically. Let's see protein. Digesting it costs your body real energy. The thermic effect of food for protein runs 20 to 30% versus 5 to 10% for carbs and next to nothing for fat. Eat 100 calories of chicken and you burn 20 to 30 of them just processing it. Eat 100 calories of beverage and you burn almost none. Protein doesn't stop there either. It raises the hormones that tell your brain you're full and lowers the one that tells you're hungry, which is a big part of why chicken keeps you full for hours.
Here's what I eat in a day as a happy fat woman who's acting her weight. If you don't know what I'm talking about, good. Our freezer is still at full capacity and my husband's away for a little bit this week. So that is a dream match made in heaven for me.
This is also, not coincidentally, why we keep bringing up protein. It's the raw material for the muscle you're trying to protect while you're in a deficit. Give your body enough protein, plus a reason to keep the muscle around, and it protects lean tissue while it burns fat.
This is what I eat in a day as a fat girl. We have a ton of errands to run today, so I'm starting the day with McDonald's.
Glucose, from starch rice potatoes, gets used as fuel by essentially every cell in your body. Fructose, the sugar doing most of the work in soda and candy, is metabolized almost entirely by the liver. And past a certain dose, your liver's favorite thing to do with it is to turn it into fat, a process called de novo lipogenesis. Randomized trials show that fructose increases liver fat production more than an equal dose of glucose. That's the difference. It's also why this is a soda problem, not an apple problem. Whole fruit comes with fiber, and a fraction of the fructose per bite. Don't drink your calories.
Full day of eating as a girly who goes to the gym, tries to change her eating habits, but also can't say no to some fries.
In the morning off with some watermelon and lime juice. I did go to the gym for cardio, and I'll probably go again later for some weights, but I want something refreshing.
Even if we say that if you match people's calories exactly and total fat loss across ends up close, the laws of thermodynamics are there. What changes is everything around the number. How hungry you are, how much of what you lose is muscle instead of fat, and what your liver and insulin are doing the whole time. So the calories in, calories out model is wrong long term.
Voice overtime, baby. I haven't done one of these in a while, so let's do a core workout for beginners. Y'all, this is amazing because we're not laying down and we're not using weight. Okay, so all you have to do is imitate with your hands that you are holding a dumbbell, but you're not.
Myth number 3. Spot reducing belly fat with standing core moves. Those moves do work your obliques, but don't burn fat. We've known this since 1971, thanks to UC Evern study on tennis players. Even though years of single arm swings made their dominant arms visibly more muscular, both arms kept the exact same amount of fat. In '84, a University of Massachusetts team took it even further. 13 men did a 5,000 sit-ups over 27 days, and the researcher biopsied fat from the abdomen, upper back and glutes before and after, and there was no difference between areas.
Let's do a core workout that is mostly standing as a plus size baddie. For all of these workouts, my main goal is to keep my core nice and tight. First up is a kettlebell over my head and marching in place. I'm gonna do 30 steps and do that 4 times. Next up is around the world. I do it 10 in one direction, then I switch to the other way and I do that 4 times. I know some of these exercises look silly, but trust me, you're gonna feel it in your obliques.
Fat isn't released because a nearby muscle is contracting. It's released because a hormone tells fat cells to let go. And that signal fires body-wide, not to whichever muscle happens to be the closest. Now, in the spirit of not overselling this, let's see the other side. 2023 randomized controlled trials, published in scientific reports, found that adding weighted torso rotations and abdominal crunches, treadmill running led to about 70 grams more trunk fat loss compared to treadmill running alone over a 10-week period. So what it required though was a serious training, 4 days a week for 10 weeks, not 100 standing crunches. So do abs if you wish, but not in favor of compound lifts. Heavy compound lifts, like squat, deadlifts, overhead presses, engage your core far more intensely and burn more than any standing side crunch.
Just finished the gym and I literally wanted to die. I am struggling so much, you guys. Like, I'm trying really hard to remain positive, but today's workout was so freaking hard. I wanted so badly to just give up, leave, go, that I'm done, but I just thought if you keep quitting, it's gonna be just as hard each time you start again.
If your program is designed by an influencer trying to film a transformation, it never gets easier. If you remember her from some previous videos, this is the same lady that her trainer was forcing her to do box jumps. The goal of a beginner program should be to build a foundation. All of these exercises are redundant. She's not accomplishing anything. There's hard because you're adapting, and there's hard because the workout was never built for the person.
So I'm really trying to zone in and focus and maybe not do each round fully, but give as much as I could each round and go till the end. But this is not getting easier. Getting there, consistency, partnerships, just how I view the gym, my relationship with it. I don't know, man. I'm just over it. I'm over the struggle. Can't give up. I'm the only one who loses if I give up. Ugh. Anyways, I just needed to vent. Sorry.
I would say fire the trainer, or at least ask them, why am I doing power movements when I haven't mastered a bodyweight squat? If I was her trainer, I would strip this down to 2 things, some type of deadlift, maybe RDLs, and a row, maybe cable row. Leg and back training forever, because the posterior chain houses the largest muscle groups and gets you the most results, and it's not overcomplicated.
You've got this. Your future self will thank you.
I was tired of the monotony of running at the gym every day. I wanted to figure out a way that I could exercise and have a change of scenery. I wanted sun and fresh air. I wanted to get exercise at my favorite park or on the beach or next to the river. I wanted to get exercise anywhere besides only at the gym. People who run not on a treadmill are not exercising, they're just going somewhere fast.
Technically, that is a lot better for his knees and ankles.
It would be genius if it was powered by running.
Why don't I talk about weight loss when it comes to hiking? Because if I went into it with that mindset, I doubt I'd be hiking consistently like I am a decade later. Let's be honest, you're not going to lose weight through exercise alone. And too many people have this mindset that they're going to have a amazing workout at the gym and then they get on the scale and they see it doesn't move and they get discouraged and then they drop it. And why do I say that? Because I was one of those people where if it didn't work for me for weight loss, well, I wasn't going to stick with it because obviously it wasn't doing anything.
A decade. Let's just appreciate the word for a second. A decade. If you tie a workout to a number on a scale, you link your success to water retention and gut content. But she's taking, I don't want weight loss to be the reason, and turning it into, weight loss shouldn't really be part of the conversation. I would say, pick a metric that can be overthrown. How far you went, how you felt at minute 40, what you couldn't do 6 months ago that you can do now.
And instead I changed my mindset 10 years ago and I said, what if I hike because I love the outdoors and because I want to get my body moving and because I want to enjoy it, instead of just always focusing on a number on the scale. And that's what clicked for me and that's what kept it consistent over a decade. It doesn't mean that I don't challenge myself. It doesn't mean that I keep doing the same 1 mile hike that I started with. It means that I can go further and farther and my endurance is better and I have so much more strength and my cardiovascular is stronger. But it also means that if I go on the scale and the number doesn't change, I don't just drop it and say, oh, well, that's not working for me. If you want a relationship with movement, it has to be more than motivation. It has to be consistent.
This is what we call falling in love with the process. It's cliché, but it's a sure thing that works. Consistency is just a fancy word for boring. Consistent people aren't excited every day.
Hiking didn't help me lose weight, but it did give me strong legs and showed me how physically resilient I truly am.
Love it. I started hiking because one of my dogs was needing to work through some mental issues and I realized it helped with my mental issues too and I really enjoyed it.
So I saw this post and it told us I'm running 10 miles while homeless and you can't get your lazy butt off the couch. Now let's look at the comments, bro. The world is your oyster, bro. If you had a couch, you'd understand. Boy, me leaving my house to run 10 miles is different. You basically running around in your living room. Acting like you got any other plans. I get the message, but the comments low-key cooking you to go in to see you because you don't have a couch. I mean, you already out there. Only thing running is my AC. The fact that he could just stop running and immediately be on his bed. I'm not on my couch. I'm on my bed that you also don't have. No, because when you're tired, you just stop. I have to walk back home, running to the next sleep spot. You hate it from outside the car. After your 10-mile run, have a nap on the sidewalk. Someone sounds jealous. Not like you got any other options. Couch in my house, no couch in your house. Now you knew better than to post this way that you bothering everybody.
It's the way you liked every comment.
Running in the heat with nowhere to wash your rump should be a felony.
He didn't read the room that he doesn't have.
My parents told me not to run in my house. Yet this guy does it every day. Life is not fair.
Alright guys, so this is my trainer friend Morgan. Morgan has told me multiple times that she wants to build muscle and I told her she needs to progressive overload and then I told her that this is not progressive overload and then she said that it is. So pressing a 10-pound weight is not progressive overload, but she said it's explosive and then Morgan said that I'm not athletic. So let's do Morgan's workout. So here's a little skippity-dippity. Me doing skippity-dippities with a greater range of motion. Some little bouncy-bouncies. And then me doing some bouncy-bouncies. And then some hibbity-hoppities. And then some hibbity-hoppities into some skanking.
Here is a fact. Brett Schoenfeld's research on hypertrophy is basically the godfather of muscle growth science. Mechanical tension is the primary driver of muscle growth. That means heavy loads. Explosive is just an excuse. Here is the problem with this. It has no specificity. It looks like a training for some given sport, some athletic drills, something an athlete would do to improve given aspects.
Okay, and then we got some Tarzans. Alright, and now I'm doing some Tarzans, and then I do a little one-arm Tarzan. Alright, what's next? Some skibbity-dibbity-dibbities, some skibbity-dibbity-dibbities. Personal favorite. Morgan going for a jog, me running on the highest setting on the treadmill, Morgan doing some bouncy bouncies, me doing some cute little bouncy bouncies, Morgan doing a box jump below her knee, and here's me doing a box jump above my hip because I'm extremely unathletic and I don't move well. There you go. No athleticism. Morgan doing a broad jump, me doing a 9-foot broad jump for the first time since high school, Morgan doing some skaters, me making an absolute fool out of myself doing some skaters, and some bonus content. This is peak.
Morgan isn't training for power either. We can see that from the box jumps. She's just doing things. She's moving for the sake of moving and filming it for the sake of content. Unless you're a performance athlete training for a very specific niche movement pattern, these circus tricks make zero practical sense.
I want to add muscle. Does track work out?
Is the progression and overloading in the room with us?
This gives, I do Pilates to build muscle.
I tried the skibbity debiti and I think I was accidentally bippity boppitying. Please advise on form.
Do you ever receive pushback from the plus size community? I'm not sure what that means. I used to be plus size, I suppose. I was 225 pounds, cystic acne, chronic yeast infections, constantly bloated, low self-esteem, insecure, dating nothing but narcissists, probably pre-diabetic in my 20s. And I used to push back against anyone who mentioned eating less. But I never pushed back against the plate. I would want to fight. I would want to fight the BMI chart. I would look at my BMI and it would say, ooh, baby, you obese. Ooh, baby, you is overweight. And I would want to fight it.
This might be some controversial weight loss advice. Like, you might actually not like me for saying this, but it has to be said because not a lot of people on TikTok are talking about it, but it's incredibly important for plus size women on weight loss journeys to know. I'm a certified weight loss specialist who's lost well over 70 pounds, and my intention is to help you do the same.
Let's unpack the logic here, because she's half right. And as we know, half right is the most dangerous kind of advice. But certified weight loss specialist is worth googling, because unlike dietitian or other licenses, that title isn't standardized anywhere. It can mean a weekend course and a certificate you print at home, so certified is doing just the marketing here.
So if you're a plus size woman on a weight loss journey, or if you're a woman over 200 pounds and you're on a weight loss journey, you're going to want to watch this video until it's completed because I'm giving you well-needed advice for your weight loss journey. There is a specific reason as to why I say that plus size women should not be working as hard as they do in the gym, especially in the beginning of their weight loss journey.
I would say how hard you train is a function of experience and recovery, not a number on a scale. If advice is sorted by body size instead of training history, that's the tell it's just marketing. So apparently the gym has a secret specifically designed for plus size people.
You don't even need to step in that gym to lose the weight at all. You can actually start losing weight just simply by walking or increasing your step count. But I digress, let's move on. Stick with me here because this might be the well-needed information that you need in order to push yourself to the next level on your weight loss journey. The specific reason why I preach that for so many plus size women is because when we work hard, when our bodies do long extraneous exercises at the gym, our body's only natural response is to eat more. We will actually start being more hungry again. Our appetite will only increase when we're working so freaking hard in the gym.
Here is where she's wrong. She doesn't make the distinction between cardio and lifting. She says the gym, the entire gym. So long cardio, yes, your body might fight back. You're signaling distress, your cortisol spikes. But lifting heavy is different. You don't get the same compensation effect because you aren't burning the same massive volume of calories during the exercise. You're setting yourself for future success. You're just signaling your muscles to grow. In fact, studies have shown that acute resistance training actually suppresses ghrelin.
Our body's natural response to harsh exercise or just burning a lot of calories is to increase our appetite. And we start overcompensating for those calories lost. Like, that's our body's natural response. That's why I tell plus size women in the beginning of their weight loss journeys all the time to take it easy in the gym. If they do want to exercise, take it easy. Don't do anything hard. Work yourself up to it, okay? Because although it can help you lose weight, it can help you lose weight, I'm not gonna lie, but honestly, exercise is more effective for weight management. It's more effective for weight management than it is for weight loss.
The problem is never that plus-size women are working too hard. Plus-size people are usually working wrong. They get told by videos like this what to do. They do cardio and bicep curls. If anything, strength training is one of the best tools available for what people actually want on a weight loss journey. Better blood sugar control and enough muscle that the metabolism doesn't tank.
And plus, you should be using exercise as a tool, like as a self-love tool or a self-practice tool, or just helping you, or use it as like a strategy to help you pick up healthy habits. You get me? That's why within my weight loss program, we specifically focus on strategies that are easy and gentle to a plus size woman's body. If you'd like to learn my secrets to weight loss, check my bio for more.
When I want to lose weight, I usually start out by walking on a small incline for 30 minutes a couple times a week until I get used to it. Then I do leg, arm days. And I don't do a lot, just enough.
I am so confused. I just finished my race and I was so excited because I finished it in sub 3 hours and I was like, oh my god, I qualified for Boston. Where do I sign up? What do I do next? And then they were like, no, this wasn't a full marathon. You finished a half marathon in under 3 hours. And it's just really frustrating when the goalpost is constantly being moved, and it's just like now we're keeping track of the smallest little details, half marathon, full marathon.
They probably made that rule literally the second before you talked to them.
Thank you for speaking out about this.
Did you know that only a small percentage of our health is determined by the food that we eat and the exercise that we engage with? And in fact, our health is determined much more significantly by what we call social determinants of health.
Yes, social determinants of health are real. Things like where you live, your income, your access to clean water, your stress levels, etc. But this video takes a macro-level public health concept, something meant to explain population trends, and applies it to the individual. It's like saying, statistically, most car accidents happen within 5 miles of your home, so you shouldn't wear a seatbelt for short trips. Wrong application, wrong conclusion. If you're an individual with a phone watching this video, you likely have enough agency to control some level of your food intake and movement. Don't confuse population-level statistics with personal responsibility. When you tell people their actions don't matter because of systemic factors, you strip them away from agency. You're telling them to just give up.
So how to get skinny?
I can't believe you dropped that bit of knowledge and then left me in the fridge.
Eat 3 meals a day. Please, that's not nature. That's Rockefeller marketing. Our ancestors didn't sit around with breakfast, lunch, and dinner neatly served. They ate once a day, sometimes 3 times a week. That was abundance. And you know what? They thrived. They were lean, sharp, and strong because the body is designed to function best in fasting. You ever wonder why you heal in your sleep? Because you're fasting.
Always read between the lines, break fast.
I don't want to be the best me I can be. I don't want to be optimized within an inch of my bloody life. I don't want to be so focused on my well-being to the point that it's causing me significant stress.
There are only 2 options apparently. You're either ignoring your physical decline or you are stressed out. There is no middle ground.
I want to move because it's fun to learn and it makes my brain feel nice. I want to eat because it's delicious and nourishing. I want to show up for the people that I love, even if it's tricky. I want to go out of my way, even if it's annoying. And I want to remember why I can't drink that much wine every single weekend. I don't want to check my bloody watch to know if I slept well. I'd like to check my brain. I don't want to eat a protein yogurt. Yogurt already has protein in it.
True fitness is minimalist. You fast, you go to the gym a few times a week, you lift heavy compound movements, and you live. It doesn't consume your life.
And I don't want to learn about a new thing every 10 minutes that's wrong with me while simultaneously being sold something to solve it. And most of all, I want to be present in my silly little life rather than obsess about numbers on the scale and PBs and metrics. If we're obsessing about how to live our wellest, when do we have time to actually do the living, babe? And right now, I am happy living somewhere in the middle.
Love this. What's with all the maxing right now too? Stop it, people. Be strong, fit and healthy enough to love your life and all the people in it. That doesn't look like perfect numbers or overthinking every food or activity choice. Love everything about this post.
35 to 45 is your last chance, honey.
This is the decade where your neglect becomes visible. But the good news is it's not too late. You can still lock in, build muscle, get strong, boost your metabolism if you lock in and you take it seriously. Start training with a plan, start focusing on your nutrition, get good quality sleep, stop drinking so much. Your entire life will change and you will develop a new foundation going into the later years of your life where you are resilient, you are energized, and you are able for your families. Let's lock in. Let's get serious. Let's go.
Too late. I'm 47.
Is it last chance or never too late? I'm confused.